Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Network for You. We welcome you all to our Python series. If you remember, in our previous class we are discussing about the Python, how we can use Python to access our devices, and we learn with the help of Telnet we can access the devices. In our previous class we learned that one, how we can use the Telnet to access the devices. So now we are going to look how we can use the SSH to access our devices. So before going to that one, let's discuss some theory. In this video we are going to discuss some theory about how we can use the SSH and what are the requirements if we want to use the SSH. You need to remember, see here, in the lab purpose we are using the Telnet. In the lab purpose, if you see here, Telnet to our switches or router for our lab purpose, but in the real environment, we are not going to use the Telnet. We are not going to use the Telnet. We are going to use the SSH. Okay, we are going to use the SSH because SSH is more secure compared to Telnet. Already we discussed in our previous playlist. If you watch like CCNA 200-301. We already shown Telnet is not secure and SSH is secure. Okay, so in this one what we are saying, instead of using Telnet we need to use the SSH, but in the lab purpose we can use anything. So what we will do, we will use the SSH in the Python to access our device. So we have many ways to do SSH by using Python, but most popular way is Paramiko. Paramiko we are going to use, this is a library. In the Python we can use this Paramiko and we can Telnet, we can SSH our device. So we can say Paramiko is an SSH version 2 protocol library for Python. Okay, so we can use Paramiko, but Paramiko is little difficult, but anyhow we are going to do some lab by using Paramiko, and then we have another alternate way, we will use that one. So one of the best way to do SSH in Python is Netmiko. So we are going to learn this one because this is more easier than Paramiko. But anyhow, we are going to do one by Paramiko. Then after that, we are going to use the Netmiko. You need to remember we have the different way. You can access your device by different way. Most popular is Paramiko, and the other advanced one, that is one of the best way, is Netmiko. So we are going to learn both, and also we have some pre-requirement. If you see here, we have some pre-requirement. Example, if you want to configure or if you want to use SSH, you need to have SSH enable in your device. You need to have SSH enable in your device. So how we will check? We need to go to the device. Let me show you. If you remember, we have the previous our lab, that is in EVNG. If you see, this is my switches and this is connected to my PC. Okay, this is, I use the a management cloud, that is NAT cloud. So with this one I connected to my PC. So what I will do, I will go to my PC, I will open the putty here. I will go here, I will open the putty, I will click here SSH, or let me first of all Telnet and check, because before we configure the Telnet, right? So I will click Telnet and then I will give the IP. So if you see IP we already have here. So I will write this IP 192.168.2.145. This is our IP. Okay, so I keep this one. When I press enter, it is asking me the username. I remember we give the username as a admin and the password as a Cisco. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we are able to access the device. So our device is supporting the Telnet. We already configured the Telnet. But if we go and if we check SSH, let me open again the putty and check we can access with SSH or not. Okay, so we can check here. What I will do, I will write here IP again. I need to write the IP because I am selected here SSH, and then I will write the IP 192.168.2.145. If you see, this is the IP same what we have here, 192.168.2.145. I will open. Still session is not open. I have issue, I cannot access because I did not configure the SSH in this device. Okay, we did not enable the SSH in this device. So our first requirement, if we want to run the SSH by using the Python, if we want to access our device by using the Python, we need to enable the SSH. Okay, so how we will enable? Let me show you. If you want to verify this way also, we can verify. This is my switch. Okay, this is my switch. So what I will do, I will take here, if you see here, let me write here enable, then I will write Cisco, and this one I can write show run, and I can show you the configuration. Do we have the SSH configure here? If you see here, we don't have SSH configure. At last we can verify here. We have the only telnet. Okay, we have only telnet. SSH is not configured here, so we cannot access. So first requirement, if you want to use the Python, if you want to use the Python in our SSH, if you want to use the Python to SSH our device, then we need to enable the SSH. Okay, so what we will do, this is a basic configuration to enable the SSH. This is a basic configuration to enable the SSH. I hope you already know this one. Even if you don't know, no worries, we are going to do this one in our lab, so you will able to understand that time. So this one, first we enable, we config, and we need to give some username. This is the, we will give the host name also. We have example switch. I will write here host name switch 1, and then we create the user, then we give the privilege to the user, then we will write the virtual LAN whatever we are going to access, and we will write login local transport input all. Instead of all, we can write SSH also, and when after this one we are going to create the domain. Okay, this one we already know, this already we learn in the CCNA level, but anyhow if you don't know, when we do lab I am going to explain you. Let me make little small so you can easily see that one. Let me make the small. Yeah, so this is a basic configuration to enable the SSH in our device. So what we need to do here, we need to do we need to copy this whole configuration from here to here and put in all our device. In simple words, in plain English, if I want to say, we need to copy this all configuration and put in the device. Okay, so what I am saying here, just we need to copy and paste, but if you need detail, we are going to discuss in our class when we do the lab, why we are using this one. Okay, so this is a basic configuration to enable the SSH in our device. If we have, imagine, let me take the board here, this blackboard. Imagine if you have one router here. For the basic lab purpose, we will take one router and it will connect it to our machine. Okay, it will connect it to our machine. Imagine this is your PC, you are running Python here. Okay, and this is a router, R1 is a router. So what you will do, first of all, we will have the client and the server way. Like this one, this router will become as a SSH server, and this PC will become as a SSH client. Okay, so they will create the session, and after that they will create the channel, and they will send the key, this SSH. If this router is having the SSH enable in this one, so SSH server will send the key to the client, and client will encrypt the data or decrypt the data depending upon the key which he received. He is going to use that key to encrypt and decrypt the data. So this is the additional step we have in our SSH configuration. When we are using in the Python, we need to create the session. Here if you see, first of all they selected as a server and client, then they created the session, then they use the key. So we need to remember these steps, three things. Like first we will have the SSH server, SSH client, then we will have the session will created, then SSH server will give the key, client will use that one, and whenever data is going inside the channel, they will encrypt the data. Whenever data is coming outside the channel, they will decrypt the data by using that key whatever SSH server give that one. Okay, so we will have this mechanism. We are going to look this all the process when we are doing the lab, no issue. But now I am giving you overview in this video. So with this one you will have the idea about the what we are going to perform. Okay, so if you see here, this is a configuration as we already know, like from CCNA level. If you don't know, no problem. In our next class we are going to discuss this one, how we can configure this one, and how we can configure in our all router, whatever router we need to run the SSH, how how means just I will copy and paste, but anyhow I am going to explain you step by step why this one, why we are using this one in our next class. And another thing, if you see here, let me finish in this class the overview about this one in the high level whatever we discuss. If you see here, as we told, we are going to use the NetMiko. NetMiko is a library also. This one we will use. And it is very simple to use and easy to use compared to Paramiko. But NetMiko is also using the Paramiko. Inside they will use some functionality, but NetMiko will deal all the thing. So we will have some flexibility and some easy way to use this one. So we are going to use this later. First we will do with this one Paramiko, then we will go for the NetMiko. And NetMiko is a multi-vendor library to simplify the Paramiko SSH connection to the device. So here it is supporting the multi-vendor, means different vendor it is supporting. Okay, so if you see here like Arista, Cisco, HP, these all whatever we have different vendors, Juniper and Linux, it is supporting by the many more vendors supported by the NetMiko. So you need to remember NetMiko is a multi-vendor library and it is supporting to many vendors devices. Okay, if we want to get the sample code, we can get to the GitHub website. From there we can get free of cost number of codes. Many sample codes are available, we can take and we can modify depending upon our requirement. We can do that way also. Okay, if we want to do in our lab, we can copy from there also. But anyhow, first we will write some basic codes, later we can look that one also, no issue. And if you see here, if we want to use the SSH in the Python, then our device should be configure SSH. Just now what we told, our device should support that one and we should configure the SSH to our device. Then only we can use in the Python. So we will do one lab, we will enable the SSH in the switch and then we are going to check that one, how it is working or not. Okay, so just remember in Python we can use SSH. Let me repeat some points, then we can close this class, and in our next class we are going to do the lab. First of all, remember we can use the SSH in Python by some libraries, that is Paramiko and NetMiko. Paramiko little complex, so we will use the NetMiko. It is easy to use and it will be helpful. No need to create many things. With this NetMiko we will have the advantage. So we will see that one, no issue. And you need to remember, whenever we want to enable the, what we can say, whenever we want to use the SSH, we need to enable the SSH in our devices. How we will enable? We need to run a small code, whatever we learned before in our old classes, that is in our CCNA classes. Okay, so with that one we can access, and in the real environment we are using SSH, not using Telnet. You need to remember this one. If you are not working, maybe if you are a student or if you are beginner, you need to remember in the real environment we are using SSH instead of Telnet, because Telnet is not secure, SSH is secure. If anyone capture our data, they can see in the Telnet, but in the SSH it will be encrypted and they cannot understand the data. So that's why in the real environment, in the production network, we are using the SSH. Okay, anyhow, I hope you have the idea about this small theory topic. In our next class we will do the lab, so you will have more and more clear concept. Okay, so see you in our next class. Thank you very much for seeing our video. Subscribe to our channel, share with your friend who is interested in CCNA, CCNP and Python. Thank you, bye.